Well, hello there, this is Ina from Taproot Tarot, and today I've got a special unboxing for you, a package from Italy. Valentina De Luca just released her second editions of her Tarocchi Italiani from her company Matronua, and she has two versions of it. The second edition is still a larger deck, but a little bit smaller than the original Kickstarter version, and then she has a mini, and that's what I got. So let's get it opened up and then we can talk about it. Put a little sticker on there, Grazia. So sweet. This shipped really fast. Her decks are very reasonably priced, but unfortunately the shipping from Italy is a little harsh. Not Valentina's fault whatsoever, but be prepared for that. You order these directly through her. She takes PayPal payments. And you can message her through Instagram or on Facebook. I'll share one or both of those. Packaging is so thoughtful. Oh wow. It's an introduction to the second edition. Thank you so much, Ina, for all your support. With much gratitude, Valentina. So lovely. And we've continued the back design with the Janus figure, which she darkened a little bit for this edition. And she's got some new paintings for us. This is one of them. The wheel turns as all things do. May these cards accompany you on the journey. And there's a note from the artist here, and a bookmark. Wow. All right, so many goodies. Got some lovely balsa wood packaging. And here is the deck, beautifully packaged. Certainly made it safe and sound from Italy. Very nicely done. Looks like number 11. And a beautiful wax seal. Oh wow, it's like a second of a swords card. That's cool. All right, I know I don't need to be so precious with this, but it's so lovely. Makes it a very special experience. All right, this box was one, she said in a letter this was how she wanted her tarot boxes to be, but she wasn't able to get these made in Italy. So she did wait to have these shipped, the boxes from China. The cards were still made in Italy, and the boxes for the larger version were also made in Italy. So the original comes in this tuck box, which is made of thick craft paper and is just absolutely gorgeous. This has a smoother feel to it, but it's still got that art paper feel for sure. And her same moon design, which is not from the moon card, but a separate design she created for the box, is on here. And a two of swords below there. You can see raw paper on the inside. And the image of Janus. Editing Ina here, I want to share with you what this says on the inside of the box. In Latin it says, "O Father Janus, guardian of the sacred thresholds, who opens to me the eyes of the past and the future, the doors of the arcanum, and directs my steps." Wow. Lovely. This is just beautiful. Wow. Oh, and it's wrapped again. All right, we're not going to be precious with this one though, because we want to see these cards. So when she gave me the measurements of the mini, I realized it was going to be about a similar size to one of my favorite decks. It's not like a mini. And I'll do some comparisons for you. You know what? I don't need to keep this. It's beautiful. It's a lovely gold paper. Oh, this is just great. I think I have, if you have, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, I know what this is reminding me of, but I'm forgetting what it's called. Hold on. Okay, so this is reminding me of the Noblet from Tarotgraph, which is included with the book Torah in the Tarot by Stav Apel, I think his name is, which I haven't read that book yet, but I got it mostly because I wanted the deck, and this reminds me of it. I think this is even nicer though. So it does come with a certificate. This is out of 1,000, which I think each edition, or each version of the second edition, has 1,000 decks to it. And a lot of the art has remained the same, but there will be some changes that I'll point out. Some new paintings and some additions and things like that. But first, the size. I want to show you, here it is compared to an actual mini. So this is the Solabusca from Lo Scarabeo. So that is like a mini deck, and it's not that small. Here is a US Games mini. This is the Maria Celia. Also not that small. The one I thought it sounded a little bit similar to, maybe a little shorter and wider, was my Ducer Tarot de Marseille from Convert. So you can see this one is a little narrower and a little taller, but this is one of my favorite, most used decks. So when I realized it was going to be about this size, I thought that sounded perfect. And I was also excited about the new box that she had been wanting to make, which I think is a great feature. But gosh, these are just bendy and lovely. I would say more flexible than the originals right out of the box. So the originals, I mean, they're nice. They're pretty bendy. But these are just amazing. Already I can tell. All right, so let's get all these goodies out of the way and look at these cards. I'll go through these fairly quickly. I have a full walkthrough of the original deck, along with several others that outline the historical basis for her cards based on Valentina De Luca's Kickstarter page. These are the same kind of paper, uncoated art paper kind of cards that we have for the originals, just more bendy. We have the same Janus decoration on the back, but here you can see the size difference. And again, the bigger version of the second edition is not quite as big as the original Kickstarter, but it is bigger than the mini. So let's take a look at these. This is hand-painted art by Valentina, which she completed, I think, in 8 months. Some of the images are modeled from family members of hers. And they're all based on her Italian roots, while sticking to a Tarot de Marseille type pattern. Sister, I think. I just love this Emperor so much. And even though these cards are small, I think the details are still visible. I think these are maybe a little bit more saturated. Then the original, let me look for the Pope here. Oh, here is the Empress. So you can see these have a softer antique feel of a painting. These are clarified a little bit, which I think will benefit the smaller card size. So I love both, and I think she made really good choices in both cases. Gorgeous. And since I said I would show it, here is the Pope card, El Papa. Again, you can see the difference between the softer original and the slightly clarified and contrasted, more saturated new version. And because I happened upon it, here is the Emperor. One of my very favorite Emperor cards. I love him. He's like chill, but confident. Love the sandals helmet combo. All right, so she includes all of her extra cards. So we have Love, the traditional Italian version, and Lover, the Tarot de Marseille version. However, she has repainted the Lover. She said the original Lover she wasn't quite satisfied with. Personally, I love it, but I respect her artistic choice. And here's the new one. Oh, I love it. So we keep it a little bit more traditional with the laurel crown. We have flower crowns on both of these, but this one does look quite a bit more like the traditional Tarot de Marseille. And we have a blindfolded Cupid, which is super cute. Gorgeous. So there is the Lover and Love. Beautiful Chariot card. One of my very favorite Justice cards. I just adore her. And we have both the Hermit and Time. The traditional Italian Il Tempo and the traditional Tarot de Marseille Hermit. Gorgeous. And we've got an addition here too. So this is her original Wheel of Fortune. And you'll see a lot of Wheels of Fortune traditionally in the water like this, but she's created one closer to the Tarot de Marseille as well. Oh, and look at the detail on this. Wow. Fantastic. Now, normally I keep both of them because they're, you know, like Time and Hermit are different enough. I'm probably going to keep both of these too. But it's basically having both two Wheels of Fortune, which I think is fine because I do what I want. Stunning. Oh, she's created a new death card for us, folks. So we have now both the original, which she included in her Kickstarter, was the Tarot de Marseille style death, which is just stunning. And now we have an Italian style too, riding a horse. Absolutely exquisite. And instead of the emphasis more on body parts, you know, we've got some possessions here, but this is more stuff and possessions with some body parts thrown in for fun. Look at that steed. Ah, exquisite. Temperance. All right, and as with the original, we've got our two devil cards, both labeled the same. one in the Tarot de Marseille style, type 1 with the face on his belly, and another in the traditional Italian style. And she says this costume, the shoes especially, are from where her grandparents grew up, a small Italian village. So a more theatrical Italian style here. Even looks like he's wearing a mask, and in the morality plays, a fire-breathing performer would actually play the devil often. And a more realistic version of the Tarot de Marseille style devil. We have a stunning Tower card. No La Saeta or Lightning card. That was limited to 100 copies in the Kickstarter. I do have that because I'm a lucky girl. I was like literally counting down the days for the Kickstarter to open to make sure I got the La Saeta card. Got a star. And we've got 2 moon cards. TDM. One that's modeled after the Vieuville Rouen Brussels lineage of tarot from traditional Italian roots, the spinner. All right, we've got a new addition in the Sun card as well. So this is the original. And this is a new one, again from the Vieuville Rouen Brussels lineage. And similar to a print that she sent out for us in the Kickstarter. Just joyous and sweet. They both are, honestly. Stunning Judgment card. And a lovely world that looks like the ceiling of a cathedral. Just beautiful. Now she did make some changes to some of the pips, so I'll point those out as I notice them. There are several comparisons and walkthroughs that she's both shared or that she's posted herself on her Instagram. But here's one that I notice. I have kind of a fun pineapple decoration in both of them, but a more like decorative one in the original, whereas it's looks like a bromeliad plant, pretty realistic in the new one. We've got some new purple flowers. So she's made a lot of little changes like that as well, which I probably won't notice all of them, I'm sure. But there are comparisons on her Instagram and elsewhere. I think that one's, maybe the colors are changed a little on that one. My big deck is not in order, so it's taking forever to find cards I want. So I'll only look for one if I know for sure it's been changed. Love the detail of that reflection in the water. That's her grandmother. The sleeve detail is one of my favorites. Ooh, these irises are pretty. Okay, I thought that was different. It took me forever to find the card, but worth it because look at this. So very sweet floral decorations here, but now we've got these lovely deep red irises instead, which are super cool. Ooh, look at that color. stunning. And interesting, she left natural iris leaves rather, and the bulb even, rather than the more decorative leaves. That's super cool. Oh, and this is another one. I won't find this one, but that's definitely an update as well. It's like a lily. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, all sorts of new flowers. Oh, this is so fun. And you know she did this for the love of it. Like, to go through and recreate those details is just such a lovely thing to do. This one is original. I remember this. I really like this one. Super unique. And that is the same. Just stunning. A portrait of her mother with the pastoral staff. This one's the same, one of my favorites. Beautiful. I thought this was different. Still a blue flower in the center with rosebuds. But look at that. That is gorgeous. Love. All of these swords in the middle are different and taken from images from museums of historical swords, which I think is super cool. And same goes for a lot of the furnishings and clothing. She did extensive research for this deck. These two are so appropriately stone cold. I love them. A little bit of a change to the Four of Coins title card. A little more detail in this area. And some rosebuds on the ends. Very sweet. This is the Matronua logo, designed by Valentina's husband. Ooh, that's pretty. I think that's different. This looks like a maypop. What else is that called? A passion flower. Those are native here. I think that color is different. Here's a little change. Got kind of a traditional stylized tulip look here, but this one looks more naturalistic. And another change to the central flower there. That's really pretty. Some details here and there that she wanted to work on. Ooh, this is gorgeous. I think this one's updated too. Beautiful. These chairs are examples of historical images that she found to base them on. Oh, this is an amazing deck, my friends. And I'm really excited to have this in a smaller version. I love having the large version for being able to appreciate the art, but I do have to be a little careful with shuffling it. But this just shuffles so nice. Now it's not coated, so it's not one I would want to, you know, use day in and day out all the time and wear it out. But gosh, this is just lovely. An absolute joy. I'll compare that with this one. I have riffle shuffled this. It riffle shuffles a little easier in thirds. But generally, for this one, I waterfall or side shuffle it. But I do it really slowly and carefully, both because I'm trying to be careful with it and also because I'm just bad at this kind of shuffling. Sorry if my mic is doing something weird. The position of my arms might be muffling it. But yeah, this one, I have a little bit less space than usual, but it is a little bit of a bear to shuffle. I do keep all the cards in it too. But yeah, that's how this one normally goes. And I love it, but it's a little more work than a standard sized deck. And definitely gets saved for special occasions because of that. All right, old deck, what do you think of the new deck? Oh, oh, okay. This can be conflict, but I don't think it is in this reading. I think the new deck loves it and even might want to work in partnership, a melding of minds, perhaps. All right. Let's give this one a couple more shuffles and see what this one has to say. Being a little careful with it. Oh, by the way, I didn't say it out loud, but what I was getting from the spinner was as one of the fates, you know, love it as a fortune-telling partnership of minds, a kind of friend, so I'm not great at reading on camera. I'll get there. Oh, I love this. Yes, here we go. It's breaking in a little bit already. All right, one more. Nice. Yeah, this is a joy. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I got the mini. I may have shuffled in the, I don't think I shuffled in the certificate. We'll see. Okay, tell me about yourself, little deck. All right. We're confident, we're gonna do the work. Ooh, this deck is all about self-reflection. We're seeing that both in with the 7 and in the imagery of the knight. Putting some effort maybe into some self-reflection and even striving and moving towards some mastery of that effort. I like it. This is a good one. Thank you so much, Valentina, for shipping this out to me so quick. I can't believe how quick it got here. I was super excited to receive it. And brava on the beautiful packaging. She said this was her vision for her deck, and I think it turned out just absolutely lovely. Just a stunning package all around. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this lovely little walkthrough and for sharing in my joy over a new deck. I'm a huge fan of Matronua and of Valentina DeLuca's work. So even with prohibitive shipping costs, I will just go for it because I am a loyal fan. So if you are thinking of getting this deck or a new version of it, I will put the links in my description for you. Thanks again so much for joining me today. I will talk to you next time. Bye.